What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. So it looked like day 3 of Browns OTAs has been done and settled. Shedeur Sanders is making headlines, and this may go viral over some photos that has been released of him with the military. So let's jump right into this thing, guys. For this one here, we got to go all the way up to Cleveland. Let's get it. Let's go. Now, day 3 of OTAs is in the books. It don't look like the media was actually able to come to this one, so the Browns took matters into their own hands and released some of their own footage. Now, with that being said, we have to take a look at the damn footage. Let's pull it up right now. So this article came out about an hour ago, man. It said Browns players hit the field for a Thursday OTAs workout. Get an inside look at the Cleveland Browns offseason training camp as players gear up. Now, we know the Browns been doing their thing for us releasing photos and letting us know exactly what is happening during minicamp. We got wide receivers. We got Shedeur Sanders having a little fun with Quishon Junkins in this one right here, man. And I'm telling you right now, it's just a beautiful time for Shedeur, because no matter what the situation is, it's a clear day that the young man is making the most of it. Now, despite what the media is saying, man, there was a report that came out earlier today. If you guys did not see that video before this one, I highly recommend you guys go look at it, man, because this is the only way you guys are going to stay up to date with the facts, the real news. And the real news of it is that Jeremy Fowler went on record and stated that Deshaun Watson is open to staying in Cleveland. So for all the people thinking that he's finna leave or he's ready to go, that is just not the case, bro. I'm sorry to be the messenger of bad news, but if Deshaun Watson play well, I believe there's a very high chance that he could come back to the Browns, bro. And what that means that maybe we might be in room for another damn Shedeur Sanders battle with Deshaun Watson. So this is one of the photos, man. Quarterback Shedeur Sanders and members of the military here. Now, there's a few more photos of Shedeur Sanders with the military. And what it looked like to me through all of this is that Shedeur kind of maybe, I don't want to sit up here and defend what he say, but it looked like he might have been the only one taking pictures with the military guys. Because out of all 47 of these damn pictures, I just got to be honest here with you, man. It wasn't too many of them posing for the pictures, bro. Like, I don't want to sit up here and be like a Shedeur groupie or nothing, but hell, he got motion, bruh. Now, with all that being said, let's fast forward it and check out some more photos. So here goes Shedeur Sanders here. Oh, no, actually, that was Deshaun Watson. You can see here our boy, too, is signing autographs, pretty much taking pictures with babies, and he lit hotter than fist grease, bro. Now, with all that being said, this isn't the only thing that came out in the Cleveland Browns news circuit, because none other than offensive coordinator Travis Schweitzer spoke to the media yesterday, and this is what he had to say about Shedeur Sanders' reps and how everything is shaping out. Now, Travis Schweitzer is brand new. He came over from Baltimore, if you guys don't know, with Todd Monken. He was a key element in the Baltimore Ravens offense, being very, very successful. I believe that was like one of the number one offense or something like that last year in the NFL, and yeah, he a pretty lit dude. Let's check out what he had to say.
This kind of things progressing, and what did you see out there today?
Yeah, I mean, we certainly have a long way to go to get to where we want to be, but, I mean, the guys are making strides. We had a few cadence things. We added some cadence today. That's part of it, too. You add cadence, there's going to be hiccups as you go through it, but you got to stay with it. If you really want it to be a weapon for you, then you got to stay with it and stay true to it.
How's it kind of been for you in this process? First time as an offensive coordinator, obviously with Todd coming from Baltimore, but being able to kind of install this thing, and are you guys where you want to be, at this early stage? Because it looks pretty, I'll tell you what, from the sidelines, it looks pretty smooth out there.
No, we're off to a good start. Like I said, we got a long way to go, and we're going to get there, but we're off to a good start. The guys are doing a nice job. There's several guys that are making strides, learning a new system. We did get a chance to go through it in the vet mini camp a little bit, and then also in phase 2. So this is now, the second or third time with some of these installs, which is nice. You get a little bit of repetitiveness. You get to drill down on the details a little bit more, which really is what makes the game go.
I love the pace of practice. I mean, it feels like we are getting a lot of work in these practices. Is that something you guys are being, very intentional about, making sure we maximize every second that we've got?
No, I think so, and I think we'd like it faster, to be honest. So that's something we'll grow to. But yeah, I mean, the idea is if you get out here and you practice fast, the game feels easy, compared to what you do every day.
What do you want the identity of this offense to be?
That's a wide question. We want to play the game on our terms. So you need to be multiple in order to do that. You need to be able to run the football, and you need to be able to protect the passer, number one, and you got to take care of the ball. So play the game on our terms, not on the defenses.
Let's talk about the quarterbacks now, because we got to see both Deshaun and Shedeur get some time with the ones as well today. How have they done? It's a new system for all those guys in that room. How have they done kind of picking things up and taking it out here onto the field?
They're doing a great job, and we're carrying things over from the meeting to our walkthrough sessions over to the field. They're really doing a good job at the line of scrimmage. Owning the line of scrimmage, very important for the quarterback, is number one job. And then also just giving them a little bit more freedom too. They're really taking that. They're taking that seriously, and I think they want that, which is awesome.
It gives them some ownership of the offense. And for the people listening, when you say giving them some freedom, what does that mean?
I mean, whether you're calling two plays in the huddle and they're changing it, or they're changing it on their own, there's communication, on every play.
Yeah.
And the more that they're thinking that way, the better off we're going to be.
Because then that's kind of making them say, okay, what do I see here? What do I like against what I see here? And let's get into that.
Right, yeah, otherwise you're guessing. So
yeah, it's better.
It's better if they can do it.
Yeah, all right. I want to ask you about one of the periods that you guys had here today, which is something I hadn't seen before, where it was kind of line up full speed, snap the ball, and as soon as it snapped, the whistle's blown dead. What's the point of those?
Yeah, it's our perfect operation period. So the idea is we're going to emphasize everything until the snap, basically. So we're in and out of the huddle. Coach Monk talks about the 4-2s all the time, right? We're trying to save 8 seconds between every play call, right? So that's getting the call in 2 seconds faster. That's getting in the huddle 2 seconds faster. That's shortening the call so that when we're in the huddle, we get out 2 seconds faster. And then it's sprinting to the ball and getting lined up. Anytime you have a decision maker, you're trying to relieve anxiety. I mean, he uses this analogy all the time. Like if you were getting operated on, you wouldn't want the doctor to be rushing in there sweating, looking like he's rushed.
Let me assess the situation.
Right? Yeah, we'd like to save some time and relieve anxiety for any decision maker, and the quarterback is certainly one of those.
Yeah, one of the things with the rules as well is you have for a certain period of time, you're still able to talk to them into their helmet. So it'd be like having the super surgeon talking to the surgeon saying, hey, let's make sure we do this, right?
No,
so
100%.
It's all important to be able to discuss, because so much of the league now is disguise and reaction. But if you can kind of get to the point where you see what you're doing, get your check, they're going to check that, and allows you to kind of check, keep going until you have the advantage.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, communication is everything with that. We got to all be on the same page and know what we're doing.
I saw you do a little bit on the side here with Quinshawn, and you had Dylan over there.
Yeah.
Is that stuff that's kind of the fun where you get the one-on-one, kind of go through, make sure everybody's on the same page, they understand all the different checks? Because it does sound like with that freedom comes a lot of checks for everybody involved on the offense as well.
No doubt, and that goes back to the communication piece of it. I think that we organize it in a pretty good way where everybody understands what we're looking for on everything, and they can anticipate, which helps. But the communication is the huge part of it.
All right, let's talk about these young receivers. I was so excited on draft day, bringing some young receivers. We wanted weapons here for a long time. You've had some of those in Baltimore. We needed to get some weapons here. You get Casey, you get Denzel, obviously, with the guys that we have. But highlight today was obviously Deshaun down there to Denzel. But how have those young guys done? Because that's going to be a big part. And Isaiah Bond's a young guy as well who can run. How are they kind of picking things up here so that they can be playing fast?
No question. I think they're doing a great job. I mean, we saw the play here.
That was
Denzel.
awesome.
He had a great one yesterday too, where he held the red line. We just got to give him a better ball, give him a chance. But that's really encouraging to see both those guys doing a great job.
Is it fun to have Todd talk about different styles, right, at that position? And you think of a guy like KC, and I think what's so cool about him, the way he doesn't even move his shoulders when he can come in and out of breaks, and then you got big-bodied guy in Denzel, you got speed in Isaiah, you got Judy, who's been a Pro Bowler, you got Big Sed Tillman. Is that kind of fun in terms of when you put it together? We have a lot of different tools that we can use and body styles, body types, depending on what matches up the best for our opponents. It just allows you talked about, being multiple, right?
Right. No, 100%. I mean, everybody in this building, doesn't matter what time of year it is in the NFL, has at least one elite trait. You know? So we're trying to put all those together. We're going to work on everything, right? We're going to try to improve the things that maybe we're not elite at. But at the end of the day, you got to be elite at what you're elite at, because that's what we're going to use you to do. What's
the most important thing for you for a quarterback when you guys get to the point that you're ready to say, okay, this is our starting quarterback? What's the most important thing that they're doing that tells you, yes, this is the guy?
Yeah, I think it's owning the line of scrimmage and taking care of the football. Being able to operate. We talked about perfect operation period. That's a huge part of being a quarterback at any level, and certainly in the NFL. So really, they're a decision maker. So we got to trust them to make decisions, take care of the ball, and operate the offense.
Are you a big yeller?
I mean, not huge. I can.
Todd
be.
was a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I can be.
You seem like a very nice guy. A lot of affability.
Yeah. I can be. It's not often, but I can be. Yeah.
It's one of the. But when you are that type of person, when you do, it's an attention getter.
I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With my kids, I'm not a yeller, but like maybe in the last, fortunately, 18 years, there've been like maybe 3 times that when I've done it, it was an attention.
It's effective.
Yeah, it's very effective. That's right. You say
I hope that's the case. Yeah,
absolutely. I'll get you out of here on this one. What do you want Browns fans to know just about you and what you're going to bring here to this operation, and how you hope this this off season goes, and then obviously how the regular season goes?
Yeah. As far as me and what we bring, I think is collectively the whole staff. But we're looking for a connection, and we're looking for a style of football that nobody wants to play. And that's what we're trying to build, and it's not going to happen overnight. But I think we're off to a good start. We're building the foundation here. When we get to training camp, we'll go through all these same installs again.
Yep.
That'll be the second coat of paint, third coat of paint, and we can really drill down on the details and get there.
Well, it's going to be fun. It looks fun. This is an exciting, a lot of talent, a lot of speed. It's going to be fun. So thank you so much for the time, and best of luck out there getting this team ready to go. We got a long way to go, but it's fun to lay those bricks, right? Lay that foundation.
No question. If you don't love the day-to-day of it, then it's hard to love it.
Thanks, Coach.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, man.